Hey everyone out there, very excited to have sat down with these guys and talked about their new LP coming out, their first in almost 7 years. Some definite Vancouver veterans here, let's face it, everybody knows a song by these guys. This is episode 73 of In It to Spin It with Gob.
Go.
So Steven got in touch, seen a couple of episodes on YouTube, said he liked what we were doing, and when Gob's new album was ready and they were in town, that'd be something they'd want to do. Definitely had some fun with this one. We're going to air this with no edits. Enjoy. Thank you. Hey everyone out there, we are having another good moment here on In It to Spin It. We are in the Dr. Sunyet Sand Garden in Chinatown, Vancouver, with Vancouver pop punk veterans Gob, Tom, Theo, Steve. Say hi to everybody out there, man. This is awesome.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, guys. So there was a few times in the mid to late 90s on Much where you couldn't watch an hour of TV without Soda or B-flat coming on. Both end shots of those videos equally horrifying. The mouthful of leather jackets has scarred many of us probably for life. But great vids back in those days, so it's really cool to finally meet and sit down with you guys.
I'd like to know how many people tried to reenact that.
Probably zero.
I would think there would be a few.
I've got a huge fear of those things.
My sister is still pissed off because everyone thinks it's me.
Yeah.
As a woman.
In the B-flat.
Yeah.
So that's not you as a woman? I'm serious. At the end, it is.
It's your twin.
Well, it's gotta be.
That's his sister. She shows up once in a while. He's never around when she shows up.
Like a radio hornblower type of thing?
She's a little rapey.
The snot bubble is just the kicker. So how are you guys doing? I know you just finished debuting a new song, Radio Hell, on Seahorse, literally like 10 minutes ago. Thanks for making it. How did that go? Good chat?
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Cool.
That was cool. It's nice to hear the new tunes.
Yeah, being accepted.
Getting out there.
Yeah, because it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. So on this day, we sit a few weeks away from your first album release in almost 5 years, right?
7 years.
Seven. When was it? 2007, I thought.
Yeah, 2007.
So that is 7. My math is terrible. Nice. That'll be your 6th LP. I hope that's right.
That's right.
Apartment 13 on New Damage Records. That'll be out August 26th for everybody out there.
Or if you come to the show in Vancouver.
Well, we'll plug that, but let's do it right now. At the Imperial, August 22nd.
And you get a free CD when you
upon entrance. So there you go.
Upon ticket purchase.
Beautiful. So we can grab it there at 4 days early. You guys produced the whole thing, which I think is new for you, right?
No, we produced the last one, worked with Vivos as well.
Okay, that's the 07, yeah.
I mean, we worked with so many people over the years. We kind of picked up like their tricks and
How do you feel you can take the reins?
Yeah, I mean, we had, after making about 4 records, we were sort of like, we had an idea how we wanted our records to sound. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we loved them all and we loved working with everyone. Everyone was awesome. Yeah. But we just kind of felt like we should give it a shot and do it. So we did Muertos Vivos. And I mean, this time,
instead of mixing it, like we had a friend of ours mix it, Paul Severa.
True.
And then, but this one, you're right, we did everything on this new one. It was everything hands from the ground up.
Okay.
It was sort of out of necessity, and it was also, I mean, our manager had kind of changed his career during the last album cycle. Yeah. And so we had no one there working with us, and we just decided, instead of starting a relationship with someone before making a record, let's make a record and give it to a label. Yeah. Or management and figure it out from there. Just so that there's like nobody breathing down our neck. Yeah. Not that anyone necessarily really was, but it was just nice to have the freedom, but then it cost us a lot of years. Yeah. Well, you guys are learning, right? It's a good learning process. And,
so
I mean, part of it was also finding a label. Like that took time as well, because the music industry is so different now. Yeah. That we just wanted to make sure that we were aligning ourselves with someone that knew where the music industry is going, And we didn't want to just go and get on a major label or whatever with a 360 deal. That just doesn't make sense. We wanted to be with an indie that had an idea what was going on, and the people that knew Damage, Dine Alone, seemed awesome.
Yeah, that's a sister or subsidiary of Dine Alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is completely the first gob record that's, we played on, we produced, we engineered, we mixed it.
It's the first gob record that we played on.
So pretty proud moments then. I want to...
Steve Vai learned all my guitar parts.
For what we can expect, I think in the press release there was a quote, there's sonic elements of decades past. Maybe you can touch on that, what we can expect.
Sorry,
there's sonic elements of decades past. Maybe you haven't seen the press release.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I wrote that, I'm sorry.
That's a nice quote.
Did you actually?
I don't know what that meant.
Okay, well there we go. We got the guy who wrote it. I'm thinking I'm thinking some like old school, I don't know. Tubes.
Yeah, I think that it's like we went into it, like I had a bunch of tunes and we just kind of went and picked through them and picked like a really disparate like group of songs. They weren't really necessarily meant to be. We didn't know we were making. We started the record in 2010.
Yeah.
And we got together, picked through these songs, and some of them are like sort of new wave sounding songs. Some of them are like 70s punk sounding songs, like kind of like the Stooges or like old Bowie or something. Yeah. And then there's like pop punk songs and Misfits kind of songs. I guess that's what the decades past is.
Okay.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't
whatever.
Really
I just wanted. It sounded interesting.
It sounds nice.
But the new song "Cold" sounds great. It's a good guitar-driven track, melodic, anthemic. We can link that here. I notice it's up on YouTube, so for listeners out there, and maybe by the time this airs in a week, Radio Hell will be up. We can link that here for people. Let's touch on the Vancouver music scene. You said how the music industry's changed, but what do you think about Vancouver, how the scene has changed as opposed to you guys coming up in it, as opposed to now what challenges they face here? Is it better or worse, or?
It's definitely from that gap. The time since with the last record, everything's always challenging. Like Tom's saying, the industry has changed. Like, once again, it's always evolving, and the bands have to be more creative as well, evolving too, and figuring out how we're going to promote a record or we're going to get it out there. It's we're always on our toes too, thinking of things just to think of new ways to sort of not rebrand the name because we've been around it, just to just sort of.
Yeah. You don't want to be pigeonholed to that one sort of skate punk sort of thing.
Yeah, well, we in every record, any true goth fan knows, it's like a gob of music. It is because it's like we have the speed metal kind of punk rock hardcore kind of, and it's evolved into real songs or whatever in that song.
Rock songs. Yeah.
So that's this whole new record. Sorry, just talking loud because of the track. This one's another evolution for gob. It's still gob, of course.
Yeah.
But
we never really consciously made like an effort to make a different record. We just did it because it's like that kept our interest. We don't necessarily listen to whatever's going on or try to do what's happening in music at that time. We do what we want to do.
Out.
And if it happens to be relevant, that's great. We've had a good fan base over the years, and fortunately we've been able to do it for 20 years
over
now.
20 now,
it's awesome. But about the scene, when we started, it was pretty small. It was like us and DBS, BNU. There were very few bands.
Stovebolt, Ponyboy.
Yeah.
And a place called Southwall. You got any stories about Southwall in North Van?
South.
No, you're thinking of
Sleeman's Hall. Sleeman's Hall. Skate park.
Yeah.
Sealand Hall.
You got any stories about that place? Seeing Bad Religion for $10 there? What was that place all about?
I don't think I said that.
That was just one of the few places. It seems back in the day there was kind of more spots that smaller bands or places that with not a huge turnout could play. It was like a Starfish Room, and there's a lot of kind of smaller venues back then. And nowadays I think it's kind of changing now, but it seems there's a gap there where things were closing down a lot, or people would go see kind of maybe more DJs, and that was what was bringing in money. So the live kind of scene maybe got pushed back, and I think it's maybe hard for bands for certain times, definitely in the late 90s and the early 2000s.
But Sealand Hall,
with the whole No Fun City documentary and what that's all about,
Yeah, at that time, Too Late No Friends was just sort of getting on its sort of like climax. It was, you know, 95, 96, like all that, and this revival, you know, these local bands and kids are like playing guitar. They were, you know, want to get in bands and play.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were doing things like the Punk Strikes Back shows. You know, we've done 6 of those out in the suburbs and all these little places and halls. Kids, you know, like figuring out, say, let's rent halls to get our band to play, and we'll try and hopefully get. And then through Maximum Rock and Roll or whatever back in the day, be like, this band's coming to town.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, it's like, you know, let's get them on the bill, and then say, you know, you might have to pay for a case of beer, or, you know, like,
or just to help the scene grow. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The scenes don't last for long either. You know, like most scenes have a very short time. It'll eat itself eventually, because I mean, some bands will have a little success.
Couple make it out, and
a couple will like get a new job or something, you know, start a career or whatever. So scenes don't really last for long. And I mean, at that time we started touring, and at this point, like 2 of us live in New York, so we don't really see the scene as much. I mean, once in a while we'll go out and see bands when we're here, but I mean, so I don't even know what the state of the Vancouver music scene is.
No, it's good, man. There's so many good bands to check out. I saw our only mutual friend on Facebook is Kirby from War Baby.
Oh yeah,
War Baby.
Yeah, he's a good close friend of mine, man.
Yeah.
He's a crazy band too.
Oh, War Baby's awesome, man.
Yeah.
They were on episode 6, I want to say, of this show.
Okay, yeah,
awesome
that's right.
stuff,
I think that's
man.
how I found you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
cool.
It was the first time. Yeah,
Kirby's
they're
a wicked drummer, man.
one of the best local bands right now, man.
Best burger in the city.
Dharma Kitchen.
Dharma Kitchen?
Well,
you guys are
we don't
New
eat
York,
meat.
right?
We don't eat meat, so.
Oh,
but
well,
you know
Spitz
what?
Grill's got a hell of a lentil burger.
They do. It is. Yeah, it's a curry lentil burger. Right? It's
really
really good. I just actually had one a couple weeks ago.
love it. Good.
That's pretty good. But you know what? And I'd rather give, you know, props to like the small shows, but fucking Milestones makes pretty good fucking veggie.
Really? Okay, there you go.
They do. Milestones.
It's the only thing they're making good these days. And that's from a Milestones guy. Okay, I think that's a good catch up with Gob, but we can catch you again at Imperial on the 22nd. Album Apartment 13 coming out on the 26th. I can finally say in person sorry for an incident in Victoria that you guys probably don't remember. We were all there, Halloween maybe 2001, 2. You guys maybe played a show in Nanaimo or Victoria, I can't really remember.
Yeah.
Travel Lodge. We were staying in the Travel Lodge. We were all partying there.
4-star hotel.
Yeah, only the best. But your manager came down and told us to keep it down.
We told him always to keep his penis in his pants.
Yeah, Gob was trying to sleep, and we didn't take kindly to that at the time. We were a bunch of assholes, so it's finally nice to see you.
You know what? That's
sorry.
the first time we've ever heard that from that end.
Yeah.
Because it's always someone telling us to shut up.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Fair enough.
Because we were all not in the exact best state of mind, if you know what I mean, partying over there on Halloween. But we were kind of
someone from the Gob camp
I
told
wouldn't
you guys
imagine
to
that
keep
we
quiet.
would have.
Yeah.
Someone from the Gob camp said quiet.
They came down, knocked on our door, said, Gob is trying to sleep.
That
totally sounds like a joke.
That is a total joke, because we
took it for a joke.
Because that manager at the time was like a friend.
Yeah.
Our manager for years.
It happened. She was there. She knows it happened. And Flynn, Andrew Flynn, and Paul Holman.
Yeah, it probably, because if we're trying to sleep, it's between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. So.
Oh, I just want to extend my apology, but
Thank you.
Thank you guys for making the time. Yeah, it's
Thank
great.
you for
And
having
look
us.
forward to new Gob tunes. Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, that shit happened.
I think that was Tom that took a picture of me jumping this like thing in his old grandpa's in Hope.
I had this shitty Polaroid.
Yeah. And I just jumped this thing. Yeah, in Hope. Yeah.
So you can tell
near Mount Thacker.
Nice.
There's an actual fucking mountain after his family.
Oh yeah,
Mount
nice.
Thacker. Yeah.
What is that on the back?
So that was '94. So it's 20 years ago.
So you said you can tell this is a second pressing because of the blue.
Blue, yeah. The original one, there was 1,000
on CD on orange.
Only orange.
Okay.
So maybe we'll do the vinyl special orange too. Like
or you could mix it.
Yeah, go back to the
orange
orange.
might be cool to throw back. Tom, black and orange, like for the original for vinyl.
Yeah.